What is going on, everybody? Hello, YouTube. College started back up for me last Monday, so I'm in the beginnings of week 2. And what does that mean? That means a lot of reading and a lot of discussion boards and papers. So this week I'm taking this term I am taking leadership communication. I think that's the one class. And then the other class I'm taking is called data-driven decision making. So that one was my bane of existence last week in week 1. But anyway, that'll be for another time when I'm further into it to discuss frustrations of how it's going with it. How the hell is everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. We've got a reasonably nice 60+ degree temperature right now. Heading to the post office to try to get some stuff taken care of there. And we'll go from there. Hopefully this guy doesn't think he can beat me to get to... Thank you for waiting. Anyway, shout out to the 530 Bikers broadcast. FDBs yesterday doing the Zoom call, doing the Zoom meeting for everybody. That was a hell of a setup. Really enjoyed that. I just got finished watching BikerBabeBeth, watching her bike night part 1, I think it was, when she went to Open Cages Harley Davidson. I think that's the name of the place, up in Columbus, Ohio. Pretty good one there too. Got a lot of energy in that person, in that rider. A lot of energy. Just riding through what's considered, I guess you would call it downtown Elizabethtown. Kind of the center of Hardin County as far as history goes, I guess. That being the museum right there. That place right there y'all can see with the eyes on the sign. It's called the One-Eyed Witch. Or the One-Eyed Woman, excuse me, something like that. Anyway, wife and I went there one time. The One-Eyed Woman. The wife and I went there one time, Mrs. Northen, for, I think it was a birthday thing back in January. It might have been an anniversary thing last summer, but I'm pretty sure it was a January thing. Anyway, really nice little cozy bar, little pub. Not your average place that you would think about. Interesting interior, but very, very cozy. If you're ever in Elizabethtown, I'd recommend checking the place out. But we're going to run up here to the post office to check the P.O. box. I haven't been there in a week. Running through some interesting stuff with that. Nothing bad, just it's kind of, weird. So I don't know if anybody's ever done the informed delivery on their P.O. on their mail, so that you know it's coming that day, or boxes or whatever. And we've had that on our house for a couple of years now. Both my wife and I have had it through our email addresses, but you can only have one email address per informed delivery. So with her having informed delivery on our house, I had it also, but since I can't monitor the P.O. box and the house on my email address, I'm changing that. I changed that up to monitor the P.O. box. But I've been having some challenges, so it's not recognizing, or I have to verify my ID, my person of being in existence, so working that out. But it still doesn't mean I can't enjoy a nice little ride down here. As you guys can see, the leaves are changing here. I'm sure it's a much better topic than talking about a P.O. box. We're gonna hit a couple of areas hopefully this week before the leaves totally fall off. But it looks like right now is going to be a beautiful time to do it. What's this guy doing? Cages, man, idiots. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, there's some strips that we can go through back here on the back rows that have just some beautiful leaf changing transitions, colors, all sorts. So we're gonna do that, like I said, hopefully this week. Kylie and I are really we enjoy the rides, but both of us have started school up, her and me, so it's driven by the ride, or driven by the school. I invited her to come to ride with me on this, and she said she had too much reading to do. She had at least, she's in 3 classes for her bachelor's to get her CPA done, and I'm in 2 classes working on my master's right now. Well, I'm glad somebody between the 2 of us is watching, and that somebody's me. So anyway, yeah, so like I said, our rides are going to be very class workload driven, and especially with me and doing the schoolwork after I get off of work, and I'm teleworking. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but you really have to be disciplined when it comes to teleworking. Not saying discipline to work per se, but I start my clock for work on time. Like, I start at 6:30 when it starts up. Finishing, though, I can get very easily wrapped up in stuff, and next thing you know, boom, it's supposed to be off by 3, and I'm a little after that. So today was a great example of me actually checking out by 3 o'clock. I'm going to unplug the power source. I'll explain that later. I'll be right back. See, this helmet is my mask. There's absolutely no point. Well, I don't want to cause trouble in here. Taking a gun into a federal building is not a great idea.
Singer needs a song. Every bell cries out to be around. Every dog wanna wag its tail. Life ain't nothing but a pilgrim trail. Every message needs a dove, and everything grows with a drop of love. We're all hanging on tooth and nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail.
And we're back. Anyway, like I was saying before, college classes are until we get done with this, until the next break, college classes are probably going to dictate a lot of our riding habits. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but it's true, because unless we're going somewhere, me being teleworking and her not having, her being a stay-at-home mom, college is the key. So anyway, thought I'd get out here and enjoy a little bit of a ride, talk to you guys a little bit. Hope everybody's doing great, enjoying the seasonal changes. Heard as many times with people I've watched before, I don't really have a lot to talk about. I didn't really plan anything for talking, just rambling a little bit, because it's not really a long ride to my house to the post office and back. But here we are, enjoying a nice little ride, getting some wind therapy in. And maybe, just maybe, get some good stuff out here, you know. In the meantime, ain't nothing wrong with catching some music, maybe, but if not, I'll tell you what, me adjusting the glove like that, so reminded me of something. So I guess it was Friday, I was doing schoolwork or work or something, I can't remember which one I was doing, but anyway, there's a gentleman out there, couple out there named Frank and Tina. They do their own YouTube channel. Really nice folks. You ought to check them out, Frank and Tina. Anyway, he does a morning live stream, he does, and we were chatting with him, but he was chatting and he was driving, and he had it set up on his dash real nice and no issues. He's being safe as you can be, as you can observe somebody being from the view of a YouTube watcher. And I was typing something to him, I can't remember what it was now. I think I was asking him, the way he had it set up, I was asking him if he had, if he turns his cell phone sideways 90 degrees in order to enable like the, landscape view for the viewing audience. And just as he was trying to read what I had sent, he says, "Whoa," and the whole screen went crazy. And just like in those horror movies or whatever, when you see somebody using a cell phone camera or something, and all of a sudden it just drops to the ground, and you see a screenshot of just something that's not moving because that person who had the camera just got killed by the mass murderer or whatever they are. I thought that's what happened. I was like, man, this dude was reading my message on YouTube, and he got into an accident. There was no sound for like probably a good 5 seconds, and I was flipping out. I was thinking, I killed this dude. This guy, Frank, he got into an accident because of me. No, but it turns out, no, he hit a pothole, and it was a big pothole, and it was enough to knock his cell phone off of where he had it sit on the dashboard or in its mount. But no harm and no damage or nothing like that. Just, boy, it got all of us in the chat room there were talking up quite a bit. It really got our heart rates going. But he was safe and it was all good, so good times, huh? Election season. Vote for city council. Alright, public service announcement. Y'all make sure you get out there and register to vote. I don't care what party you are. It's a constitutionally given right to vote. Get out there, register, and vote. All right. Public service announcement. PSA is done. Hey y'all, very short ride to the post office and back. I got to get on some homework. So, as always, this is Toby. And if you like what you saw today, where we talking and the jabber jabber that I'm doing, the rambling on, if you're enjoying that commentation and that these comments and all the stuff that we're talking, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smash that bell so that you know when I'm posting more content. But in the meantime, y'all ride safe, stay healthy, and God bless.